Welcome back to another episode of Unpacking Life with the box and the basket. There's her basket. So, our favorite topic is finances, money. So today we are going to talk about
the rise of side hustles.
Just
dun,
side
dun,
hustles.
dun, dun.
So what do you do to make some extra cash? Because we all can need it.
We all can need it.
Right when I was saying it, I was like, we all...
Don't say that. It's coming out wrong.
Jeez. Here we go. I sound like Vanessa. Drunk Vanessa. We can all use some extra money.
On the camera again?
That's like every episode. Anyways, we can all use some extra cash, obviously. And I love cash.
Well, let's have a serious conversation.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Only
money.
18% of Americans, supposedly.
You coming out with the stats already?
Yes.
All
In
right.
2023.
Well, before we get into that,
don't
forget to like, share, and subscribe. And we appreciate y'all watching. Why are you messing me up?
Finish.
Like I was saying, we appreciate y'all watching.
Or listening.
So, I just got back from the gym. So I get like a little space brain up here when I'm like done working out. So I can't pronunciate or
watching.
And
if you're on podcast, leave us a review, please.
Please.
Yes. A nice one.
So now to Vanessa's statistics.
Okay. The reason why I think there's so many side hustles or people are like trying to find one
because they broke. Because Jaden broke.
I wonder if Zeke can put that video in. There's a video.
We'll send it to you, Zeke.
On social media where it's like
this third grader's doing homework.
Uh-huh.
And the homework, he's reading it to his mom. His mom's recording him. And he's like, Jaden has $1, 3 pennies, and 5 nickels. How much money does Jaden have? He looks up. Jaden broke.
It's hilarious. Every time I see it again, I can't stop laughing because how the kid like laughs is so contagious, and how he says it is just hilarious.
Jaden broke.
Anyway, it's more expensive.
Put it in, Zeke.
Yeah.
Jaden has $1 bill, 1 quarter, and 2 pennies. How much money does he have? Jaden broke.
It's more expensive now than ever, I feel like, to live. Like, everything is like inflation and this and all these excuses they have to raise the prices on everything and make the big corporations more money. Like, today, I grabbed 2 cartons of half gallons of milk, 2 things of eggs, and
$40.
2 little things of blueberries. They were 2 for $5. And
they're probably
some tea. $44. I'm like,
jeez. What kind of tea did you get?
Pumpkin spice chai.
Oh, that's
tea.
why.
They
raised that white girl stuff.
I don't even like pumpkin spice.
Then why'd you get it?
Stuff, but it's chai. It's probably gonna be good. It smelled good. I smelled the box. It's not chi. So anyway, I think it's more expensive now than ever to survive on one income. Most people and depending on where you live, you have to have 2 incomes if the other person doesn't have a good income.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I don't know.
I feel like here you have to make at least 100,000 to live like a nice,
comfortable
life where you're not needing for stuff or you're not living paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah, and even then, it's like you're going on 1 trip a year, not like 10. But it said, this statistic, that
18%.
only 18% of Americans make more than $100,000. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
That is shocking.
But
I think it's wrong, first of all. I think it's right
because
better sources.
I feel like now, more than ever, you see people doing like the camper life, the tiny houses. I feel like people nowadays are valuing more their time than the money.
Mm-hmm.
And because even driving around the neighborhood, I see people walking around like in the middle of the day, and I'm like, what do these people do? What do they do that they could just walk
Are you
around?
saying that we're a lazy society?
Yes. I think we're more of a comfortable society where back when because we're in the industrial stage age
Where are we?
for a long time where people were working in factories, manual jobs or manual labor. And that was the thing back in 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, even the 90s, where you graduate high school, you go to college, you get a degree, and then you go get a nice job that pays you a salary and a 401k. You take 1 or 2 vacations every year. And that was like that was what everybody was aspiring to be.
But you can't survive on that anymore is the problem.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. We're changing over to having more freedom and not making these big corporations billionaires.
I think that's because that's so our life goal. That's why we see that a lot around us.
Yeah.
But I don't think that the majority of the population, they might want that, but they don't live like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. But to get back to side hustles. So side hustles are needed typically, or passive income ideally.
Yeah.
So that you can, people are saving it so they can put a down payment on property to invest in real estate, or they're putting the extra money in stocks and bonds or just the stock market in general.
Or just to survive.
They're saving it, or they're using it to pay bills.
Yeah.
Or they're using it for a vacation or something that they're saving up for. So there's everybody has a different motivator.
Mm-hmm.
I think the number one motivator should be to invest so that you can eventually buy yourself freedom and time. But a lot of people, not a lot of people, some people then just buy themselves something nice instead, which is fine too. But so we researched some side hustles and how much they make, and which are crazy. Do you have them up? Mm-hmm. So, I love the one of the mom. Do you have that one?
I don't have the full one, but yeah.
I have some of the notes on it.
So this lady says she decorates cakes and had a photography business. And she was bringing in about $1,000 a month extra. So, for each, so about $2,000 every month.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of that stuff is growing now. Just the
artsy.
Easy, the easy crafts or food type thing.
Well, people I think are tired of giving money to the big man.
Yeah.
To the corporations. So I think it's a lot more support my cookie business, support this.
Right.
Come to the farmer's market and buy this from me. So I think it's people are more open to it, and there's more creative stuff. There's you go on Etsy and buy anything.
Because I follow a lot of the not neighborhood, but the city pages for Colorado Springs, and there's one where you can post just about anything. People ask for, I have a birthday party coming up. Can somebody make me a cake? And there's hundreds of comments of people. They're like, oh, I can do it. I can do it. I can do it by next Friday. I can do it, Yeah. So I feel like everybody's still, well, not everybody, but a lot of people are just finding these easy niches and filling that void. But that one lady, the school lady you're talking about? Yeah, she had
so I forgot what she called it, but it's basically mom stuff. So she would do geared towards busy moms that are working and maybe don't have the time. So she would do Christmas bags for schools, gift wrapping, fall themed goodies, class party favors, teacher gifts,
decorations for school parties.
Yeah, so
costumes for kids.
All kinds of stuff.
And the bread and butter. There's my gym brain. The bread and butter was the last minute stuff.
Yeah.
Where she would, post something like, hey, I can do any of these crafts, whatever, school projects. And then moms or people would hit her up and be like, hey, they have something due in like 2 days. Can you help us out?
Well, and then you
She's
can
like,
upcharge.
yeah, and that's what I'm saying. She'd be like, yeah, but it is going to cost more.
Mm-hmm.
And at that point, you're kind of fed up. You're like, well, here's the solution. Like an extra $20. Screw it. Just do it.
Yeah.
So.
And she was making about $900 for 2 weeks worth of stuff. So like $1,800 a month.
Yeah.
Which is not bad. Like if you're a stay-at-home mom, maybe you don't want to go to work or something like that.
Yeah.
And then a lot of people are starting side hustles, and then they grow into something bigger. They quit their regular job, and then now they're doing what they, are good at or want to be good at. I think the key to like the perfect side hustle for me would be something that I can start, and then it doesn't take a lot of my time and effort and resources to do it, because the whole point for me would be to have a side hustle to make more money, to create more freedom.
Yeah.
But then if you have a side hustle like making cookies or cakes, and it takes you hours and hours every weekend, so now you have more money in the bank, but you wasted all your weekend making these cookies.
Yeah.
Unless it's like something fun that you do, or like that's your passion, or your kids help you with it, and it's like not really affecting your family life or your daily life, whatever, then I think there's a fine line of like, okay, I want to make extra money, but also like how much time are you putting into it, like doing this?
Yeah.
Jenny Kirby.
Yeah.
She always sends
me... just throw her
me...
whole name out there. You want to put her social out too?
Stop it. I just have to say, I don't know. She's not my friend Jenny. She's my friend Jenny Kirby. I don't know why. It just sounds better. She always sends me like, this lady put this thing on there to sell for $3. Time it took her to post this and like put it on, like she's wasting her time and money. Like these people don't know anything about business, because she's very like business savvy and like time versus money kind of thing. So she should be like a side hustle consultant. Like, you're doing this wrong, you need to outsource this and then make this type of money for nothing. But I think the side hustles that take time and like just like you as a person, like you're making a cake, you're making crafts, whatever, is easier for people to get into. Yeah. Like, you see all the passive income stuff, like, oh, buying an ATM machine, buying a vending machine takes more capital. Right. And it's like a little bit more scary for people. But in the long run, I think it's a better idea, because you're not exchanging your time for money. Right. You give money and then you get money. And your time investment is minimal. We're not buying vending machines.
Why not?
We might.
So this guy said, he said, F, the bad word, F side hustles. Nobody wants to get off a shift at work just to work more. It's generally easier and more cost effective to just pick up some OT instead of walking dogs or selling your blood. 2 extra hours a day for a 5-day week will throw me like an extra $300. Which, I mean, good for you, man, if you're making $150 an hour for OT, but not everybody is. And if you're salaried, like you can work,
get overtime,
40 hours or 90 hours, it doesn't matter. You're still going to get paid the same. So I think for people like that, side hustles would benefit them. But yeah, I don't totally agree with that. But it depends on what the side hustle is, because if you're doing something that you don't want to do, then it's a second job. It's not a side hustle. To me, I think like a side hustle is something that I enjoy, that I'm good at, and that people want.
Would you call that your coin trading a side hustle?
No.
Are you up on money?
No, I'm about even. But I'll probably sell them all off, and then that could be my side hustle. But then it's money for me, because I know you always try to take my stash money.
Oh my gosh. I found this one on Instagram. It said, oh no, I lost it. Oh, here it is.
Oh no.
So this guy started doing driveway sealing. So they charged $350. Took us 2 team members and 1 hour to complete. Yeah. The same guy asked them to quote a 4,000 square foot property, and it turns out it was a Tim Horton property. So it needed like a ton of work done. So they quoted him $5,000, and $4,300 for the ceiling, $500 for the crack repair, $200 for line painting. So then it breaks down like how much it cost him, which I mean it's boring, but they profited like $23.80 because they needed materials and he paid employees to do it. So that's when you start using your brain and you're like, I'm gonna source this out and I'm just gonna get the job.
Right.
And then it grew into, guess how much money they're making now?
A month?
A year.
A year?
Uh-huh.
$2 million.
700,000.
Oh, that's pretty good.
So I see those a lot where like they start like trash can cleaning business or like driveway cleaning business or like we'll clean your siding, we'll pressure wash. We'll
I think landscaping
washing.
is probably like the easiest one because you can
Depends
go
on who you are.
You can just go to like neighborhoods and just door knock and just be like, hey, can I clean up your yard for $50, $100?
Yeah.
Most people are like, yeah, sure.
I think the side hustles that I love following stories like that where like a side hustle turned into like a huge thing. Yeah. My friend Heather, she started doing like balloon garlands for kids' birthday parties because if you see them on Amazon and then you try to blow it up, it's like Pinterest versus reality. Right. It's horrible. And she started doing it and like now she's booked like to the brim and like it turned into its own little business. Like she hired somebody to help her. Like sometimes a side hustle is like a door to something else that will eventually make you more money than your 9 to 5. And again, I think the key is to be able to leverage your time so that you're like, you can hire someone to seal the driveways. Yeah. You're taking the phone calls or you're not even taking the phone calls. You just are the one
pay somebody running, $20 an hour.
You're running the business. Somebody else is working for you, making the appointments, doing the advertising, and now.
So that's why we need to get into the Airbnbs.
We have our money invested. Will you stop
pull
now?
The trigger. I know, but I'm always thinking of other stuff that we can do.
I know, and I think that's like what makes a successful entrepreneur, side hustle like person is if you keep an open mind to like. Where is there a problem that I see in people's lives and how can I fix it? Right. Is usually the best way to start. And then what else can happen from that? And I feel like people that I've known that have been good at side hustles or starting their own business or whatever have been around like-minded people like that, that are not like the typical victim. They're like, I don't like my situation. I don't like that I can't go on trips. I don't like that I can't do this. I don't like that I can't do that. So I'm going to start doing something extra to get some extra money. Yeah. And they're around like-minded people that are trying to get ahead in life. And then when you surround yourself with those people, you also
not like this guy
ahead.
Working for his job. Like, all right, keep working for somebody else. Make somebody else rich.
When you worked at the PD, you never worked an hour of overtime unless it was like forced.
Mandatory or I had to. Yeah. Or I got stuck on a
because
call.
I always looked at it as if you're gone, then I have to pay a babysitter. Yeah. If I'm working. So then the babysitter is $20 an hour. Your overtime is what, maybe $40 an hour?
Overtime? Nah, when I left I was like $45 an hour.
So 60.
20, almost $70 an hour.
But then what I make hourly is way more. Yeah. So it just made more sense for you to be home, help me with the kids and help me with stuff here so that I can work on my business, which is now our business. Yeah. And then it never, we never looked back. Like, once I saw the numbers, I'm like, okay, well, that doesn't make sense for you to do overtime. Plus, I always had this fear that something would happen to you while you're working on... Will you stop interrupting me for those microphone at you?
I've seen you throw. I think it'll be fun.
I've been getting better.
You've been practicing throwing stuff at me?
No, but grabbing
set up a pillow? You're
grabbing people's lapels and trying to reach for stuff makes you better at throwing. So
I think
it was never worth it. Like the risk reward, for extra few bucks was never worth it.
Yeah, no. And I didn't want to be stuck there longer because
I had to.
Yeah, I loved the job and it was fun, but that's really the only reason why I did it was because I loved it and it was fun. I didn't do it because I wanted to get paid more or do extra work. So
just the baseline.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, even I got on the negotiator team, and then right after I was like, I think I fucked up. I was like, because you were on call every third week, and you'd get called out. Freaking, it was always at 3 in the morning and after, because that's when all the shifts cleared out and all the negotiators were gone for the night. So it always sucked. But yeah, I mean, be stuck working for somebody else, my man. Good luck with that.
Yeah. Then one person, they said they started like a notary thing where they notarize
Notary
papers
people?
for people in the neighborhood.
Uh-huh.
And that makes them about 100 to 200 a week, which I think that is good because it takes you literally like 2 minutes. So that's not like a terrible exchange. If you charge 25 or $50 for 5 minutes, that's a great like return.
I feel like there's a limit on that though, on the notary, how much you can charge. But there is a need for like mobile notaries, because there's a lot of people that they don't want to leave their house or go too far or go to the bank to do it. So if you're a mobile notary, I'm assuming you can charge a little bit more just because you have to pay for gas and mileage and stuff.
Yeah.
But so this person said, I worked as a professional dog walker, working for agencies. It was a decent part-time job. Usually you work the same round, have the same clients, all in the same neighborhood, and easy to travel between on a bike. The problem is they usually want you to commit to a set schedule. So if you can't block off your weekday afternoons, it may not be convenient for you, but you might find an agency that will use you as a substitute or relief walker. So I guess like an as needed basis. Says, I've never used gig apps like Rover or Wag, but friends have had success with them. Now I do dog walking and in-home overnight pet sitting. The clients, not mine. So they stay at the client's house, not the dog staying at her house. Says for a few former clients or friends of friends, is who she does it for. In-home pet sitting is the gravy. I charge $75 per night, and I could probably charge more if I wanted. And actually I had 2 other people comment on this about dog walking, and I guess they live in like Seattle, and I guess in a like rich area, and they charge $150 for overnight, like every night. So they just go sleep at their house, make sure the dog doesn't get out, and they get paid $150 a night. He says, charge more if you wanted. You do a short walk morning and evening. Then you're just hanging out in a rich person's house using their big screen TV, their pool, etc., and hanging out with the dogs.
I feel like for a single person, that's ideal.
I know. I would too. If I was homeless, I'd be like, just dress nice. Like, I'm a dog sitter.
Yeah.
Like, I can pass a background check.
With a family, like, you're away from home. Like,
no. That's not a question for us.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was interesting. I didn't know that was that lucrative. We're not pet people. Like, we don't own pets. We don't want to own pets. We just have kids, and I feel like they're worse than pets. But so I didn't know that there was like that big of a business in dog walking, and I always see those posts of like the dog poop people that like go clean up dog poop, and I'm like, I wonder how much like business they're actually making. And then we had that one client's house that was full of poop in the backyard, and I was like, I understand now.
Yeah.
People, there's a need for it.
There is. And same thing. You advertise it. You start doing it.
Yeah.
Then you hire somebody to do it.
Then you buy a truck.
You make the difference of the money.
Then you wrap your truck in a dog poop banner.
There it is. You're retired, and you're running a dog slinging poop business.
Yeah. This other one was pretty interesting. I've seen what's the dude's name? I think Ryan Pineda. He talked about how like he started his own like little side hustle or business of selling couches. Have you ever heard of that?
No.
They'll like go buy couches or get free couches off of like Craigslist. I don't even know if Craigslist is still a thing, but like Facebook Marketplace or whatever it is, offer up. And then they go get them like super cheap, like clean them up, wash them, like make them look decent, and then they resell the couches for like hundreds, and they get like really good profits apparently. But
that seems like a lot of work. You need a truck to go get it. You need to clean it. But I mean,
yeah. But if you're buying it or taking it free from somebody and just refurbishing it yourself, because you can go to Walmart or something and just buy like the shampoo and clean it up real nice, and then sell it for like $300-400. Some single dude to buy it up, especially here where it's nothing but army people. They're always selling and getting rid of their furniture. So
Need it gone today. Pick up free.
yeah, if we go broke, that's what I'm gonna do. Just haul a little trailer around.
There's like a million things you could do, literally.
I don't know. Then the other thing, yard sailing. A lot of people go, no, what?
I don't think it's lucrative at all.
You don't think so? There's all kinds of hidden gems in yard sales.
The time it takes you to scour for something.
I know, but some people like going out and
Mm.
scavenging through yard sales, garage sales, and
Finding stuff to resell.
yeah. And a lot of people use eBay. So like you can just pull up on eBay like, oh, how much is this like old laptop selling for? Like, oh, $100? I'll give you $10 for this.
One of my clients, they have a Amazon drop shipping business thing. That's a big thing too.
Oh
now,
yeah.
where you send stuff to Amazon, they house it as inventory, and then you sell it off of Amazon.
Yeah.
And all the finance bros are like, you need to do this and buy this off of this Chinese website for 20 cents, and then sell it on Amazon.
It's Alibaba.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then sell it for $20, and then you'll be rich in 6 months.
So, I feel like we need side hustles.
We have side hustles, and they don't take any time.
I know, but we need more.
You
Airbnbs. Airbnbs.
I would love to do an Airbnb
Would
if
you
it was here close.
Yeah.
The thing with Airbnb is that you have to be like have a tolerance for inconveniences, and I don't have that. So like, if the Airbnb was here and a cleaning crew called off, we could do it.
Yeah.
If it's somewhere in Phoenix or Florida where we want to have an Airbnb, what do we do? I always think worst case scenario is just then I stop. And right now they're so oversaturated with Airbnbs, so we have to wait a little bit. But anyway, I think there are like so many ways that you could make extra money. So if you don't like the situation that you're in and you need to make more money, there is a way.
Yep. So let us know what your favorite side hustle is, or what you've heard.
If you want to try one, tell us about it.
If you're interested, maybe we'll try it too.
Invest in your side hustle.
So we appreciate y'all listening, watching, however you're getting our content, and we'll see you on the next one.